to tear the head off of them. Yeah, it's recent, man. You can, if I can see the scalpel right there. The physical destruction of ancient Egypt. And of course, there's your Oscar. Okay? Oh, this is good. Now, I was just showing you the physical destruction of Egypt. Let's kind of come current for you now. Okay? This is in Washington, D.C. at the Imperial, what do you call it? Lodge of the Shrine. The Shriners get their 33rd degree. I mean, Masons would get their 33rd degree. Y'all see that? That's on the left side, and on the other side of the stairs, there's a copy of that, a duplicate of that. Okay? That's in Washington right now. Look where they got it from. That's in Vegas too? Wow, I didn't know that. Okay, see where it comes from? This is ancient Egypt here. This is the symbol of the knower. Oh man, I gotta confess to y'all, I wasn't supposed to take this. And if nobody's not that clear, because I did an emergency snapshot with my cell phone. I just took this year. You know why? Because this is the crown of thorns of Serapis. Now some of y'all saying, so who's that? Remember I talked about Serapis? Serapis was the image that became the object of worship. That was the reason why Constantine called the Nicene Council in the first place. Because the Serapis image, they were worshiping it as Christ. And the followers of Serapis were called Christians. That's the crown. That's Serapis there. That's not Zeus. That's Serapis. That's the Serapis crown. Now you see why they don't want you taking cameras in the Cairo Museum, because the evidence is there. So since I didn't have my camera, I had my cell phone. And they had an attendant standing right there watching, make sure I don't get the pictures. And I told a couple of the brothers in the tour group, I said, I need y'all to distract him. So about 3 brothers got around the attendant and grabbed him by the arm and kind of pulled him over because they were acting like they wanted to show him something. And while he was there, I did a quick draw kind of thing. I reached in and pulled out my camera, hit camera, and folded. Got it, man. That's the best I can come up with. There's the evidence, man. There's the evidence. Look at this. And you can tell this is recent. This is at the Temple of Hathor. And anybody who's a York Rite Mason, there's your eagle. There it is. Ah. See, that's why they don't want you to know this. Look at it. Who is Horus again? The Egyptian Christ, right? Who became Jesus of the Roman Catholic Church. But notice what's on, and the symbol of Horus is the hawk. But notice what's on his head. The tablets. Count the books in the tablets. How many you see? Yes! I told you that's where they got the idea of the 10 Commandments from. Yeah, buddy. Oh, this is a good one. We went in here this year. Look at that, y'all. Look at that. Y'all know what that is? It's a boat. In fact, it's the world's oldest seafaring vessel. Yes. Look at it. And it's bigger than y'all think it is, too. This is called the Nuance. Look at that, y'all. That's the back of the thing. Is the back? Yeah, that's the back of it. Look at that. Y'all see how big this thing is? I mean, it is massive. And it's called the Nuance. Everybody say Nuance. Nuance. It is from this that they came up with the story of Noah's Ark. Y'all okay? Look at that, man. Because Khufu, by the way, this is Khufu's boat. Khufu took out when he took his boat out, he would take 2 of all of the creatures in his kingdom with him on his boat. There you go. Look at that, man. You see how big that thing is? Of course, this is the shrine of Imhotep. Y'all don't mind this lesson today, do you? No. Here's the shrine of Imhotep. See, young people, when y'all leave out of here, I want you to know this is your history.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
See, now I can stand up here and you walk out here and don't know nothing.
That's right.
Got me? We can sing until the lights start flickering and you still don't know nothing.
Nothing.
What do you have to say is yours? Look at this, man. Here you have the dude who is the father of medicine. Now let me show you how deep this is. This is the shrine of Imhotep. Okay? See, they want you to see this guy as evil. Right? What they came out with a movie called The Mummy.
Right.
And the evil power in the mummy was named what?
Imhotep.
Imhotep. Wasn't nothing evil about Imhotep. Imhotep, the father of medicine, that's him sitting on the square there. But what's really deep is if you look at this, you see over here, this is the prescription that he wrote. Here is your wash basin where they scrub before operating. Here's your operating table. Do y'all see this?
Yeah.
Up here is your what do you call it? Your instruments, your medical instruments, your suction cups, your scalpel, okay, your forceps, your forceps. Okay, here's the maternity ward. See the women sitting on the birthing stool?
Yeah.
Okay. We had 5 physicians with us this year. And there they are. 5 physicians that went with me this year. And I said, I can't think of a better place for you guys to be, to honor you, than right here at the shrine of the Father of Medicine. From left to right is Dr. Fred Jones from Memphis, Tennessee. Next to him is Dr. Michael Herron. That's the doctor that Arab said you need to go back to Africa. Dr. Michael Herron from Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Dr. Naomi Kirkman Bay from Atlanta. Dr. Joyce Drayton Herron from Atlanta. And my good friend, and you know him very well, Dr. Ray Morgan from Brooklyn, New York. And it was really deep, y'all. Dr. Morgan, Imhotep, was not only a physician, he was an architect as well. And guess what? Dr. Ray Morgan is also an architect. Okay, so while we were at this shrine, we gave him the spiritual name of Dr. Ray Imhotep Morgan. Yeah, buddy. And when I forgot, we went to call him, I called him Dr. Ray Morgan, he ain't moved. I said, Dr. Morgan. He said, what's my name? Here I am lecturing the group about the Aswan Dam. And there's the dam, family, a drawing of the dam right there. Now notice this thing, notice this, if you can see it. A cross section of the high dam, okay? If you notice to the left, that's where the lake, the water backed up and created Lake Nasser. On the right side of the dam is where the Nile River continues to flow down north. Okay, and you can see how massive this dam, look how deep it goes down to the ground. Okay, this is one of the largest vehicles of genocide. Here I am talking again, and of course the water you're looking at is Lake Nasser. That was once the Nile River, it is now the lake. That has covered up so much of our artifacts, and that's not this year, that's a couple of years ago when Brother Brady went to that Brady Young there pointing out to the lake. And I was explaining to them what the lake has done. And as a result of the dam, look at that. That is the riverbed on the north side of the dam. That's the riverbed of the Nile River. See how it dried up? Now, what has that done? Understand how this works, people. Okay? See, as I said earlier, and I didn't get to finish it. God designed the Nile River to flow and flood once a year. Once a year it floods. And when it would flood, it would bring what we call the silt, okay, which was the black soil. Got me? Okay, and it would flood over the banks. And when it would flood, the Nubians would just drop seeds. And it was so fertile that stuff would just start growing. They didn't have to dig it, they just drop it, man. Because the silt was that rich. But now, the Nile doesn't flow. So because the Nile doesn't flow, the Nubians can't farm. Y'all got me? And as a result of them not being able to farm, many of them are dying off because that's their livelihood. Y'all know what that is? What has the world told you that is? The burial mask of King Tut, right? A lot of people think that's what King Tut looked like. Okay? No. Why are y'all laughing? That's the new image of King Tut. He's an Arab now. Got me? King Tut is now an Arab. Ain't that deep? Wow. See? But again, this is the image they're showing the world. And that's why they don't want you taking cameras into the Nubian Museum, Tower Museum. Because if you take a camera in there, you see that's King Tut. The whole second floor of the Tower Museum is devoted to King Tut. They don't want cameras. They don't want me showing the world what I just showed y'all right here. They're putting too much energy, man, in trying to eliminate, eradicate this information. Look at that. What's really deep is this used to be out in the main entrance to the Tower Museum. Now it's in one of the back halls of the Tower Museum. And you can't take cameras in there. So you can't go in there now and get a picture of a man's head. Look at the locks on his head. They don't want you to know this. Y'all know what this is? Mentuhotep. Pharaoh Mentuhotep. That's why we call our Mentuhotep Mentuhotep. Look how black he is. Taharka. Taharka. Shabaka. They don't want you to see this stuff now. Okay, I'm coming to an end. Look at that. That's at the Temple of Horus in Edfu. Y'all know what that is? You see what it is? Look at it. The eagle. Right? Notice the disc over his head. But that's the hawk of Egypt. The great seal of Egypt. Look at that, man. Isn't that beautiful? Remember that Earth, Wind, and Fire on that cover of the album? Okay? Now look at this real good. I want y'all to see something. Here is the national symbol of Egypt. The national symbol. Horus, the Christ. Horus Hawk. Look at it good. The beat, direction. The wings up. The sun disk over its head. The shin in its talons. Wow. Look at this. The Great Seal of the United States of America. That's right. That's right. Wow, brother. Ain't that neat? Is that a copy of what? From the starburst over the head, the beak aiming, pointing in the same direction, wings up, everything. Oh, this is very important. This is in the Temple of Luxor. Y'all see this? Look at this real good now. Look at it real good. Examine this carefully. See, y'all ain't going to go with me, so just bear with me. I can bring it back now, okay? Look at this. Temple of Luxor. Wow! Brother Ray, what's so special about that? That is called the Manu in the Temple of Luxor. And it is in this, right in here, right in there, is where you would place anything that was to represent God. A statue or whatever. Got me? It stood in that place right there. Now, that's thousands of years old. Y'all get me? Watch this. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? That ain't in Egypt. That's right there in Alexandria, Virginia. And that's George Washington standing in there, because in there is anything that stands in there is to be that which represents God.
That's right. That's right.
Did I lose y'all on this? Are y'all seeing this? See the columns on each side? Oh, I mean, down to the columns, man, look. When I went to Alexandria, to the Masonic Lodge there, and saw that, I said, man, look at this here. Look at that. Ain't that deep? Anybody know where that is? You say in Las Vegas. Who else? Where you thinking? Las Vegas. You say Memphis, right? But Memphis got that down there? Nope, y'all, that ain't Las Vegas and it ain't Memphis. But it's a pyramid. Wow. I ain't gonna totally all with it. That's in Florida. That's in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And guess what, y'all? It's a funeral home. A funeral home. Isn't that neat? Let me show it to you. See the sign? Forest Lawn Funeral Home. In Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I went to Fort Lauderdale to do a lecture, and I was late for the lecture, and I looked over and saw this pyramid. Almost caused an accident, man. You know, because I hit the brakes, you know, because I couldn't believe it. And so I said, the lecture just, I could there, came a few more blocks, I could be at the lecture. I did a U-turn in the street, you know, and went on back and pulled up in there, and I said, I want to see this thing. And when I pulled up, I said, it's a Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Memorial Park. And I went in there just to see it, and that's exactly what it is. The funeral home knows our story so well that they actually built a pyramid for a funeral home in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Because it represents resurrection. Exactly. Now that's it, I think. Yeah, no more pictures. So you see, family, you can put on some music or something here, but give it back to you guys. We got work to do.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Now, as I close, let me close by saying this. And first of all, I'd like to say thank you for your patience. I went way over the time I usually do. Okay? But brothers and sisters, listen to me very well, please. We are at a point in our ministry, in our development, where it can't just be just another day, just another week. Okay? I hope you guys understand. I really do. I really want to say like Professor Small said, do you really understand? Do you really understand what it is we're trying to do? We're trying to resurrect the consciousness of our people. You know why? Because if we can get right thinking in you, then that will give you right actions. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying as hard as I know how. I really am. You know, and sometimes I feel like, you know, it's not even appreciated. You know, I'm serious, because I got an assignment to carry on.
Yes.
And that assignment is to save the minds of our people. Because if I can save your mind, I'll save your life. You got me? There's a lot of programs in place, man, to systematically remove you from you. And if you get removed from you ain't be no good to you and nobody else.
That's right.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? So family, let's do what we gotta do to make sure that this message continues to get out to the people. Ashe? Love you guys. Really have no